Welcome everyone, we meet here again trying to make sense of all the new things that are happening in the crypto industry. So let's look at all the prices of the cryptocurrencies today. All the currencies including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, Solana, Doge, Polka, they were all down after a small relief rally. So let's look at the prices of the cryptocurrencies. All the cryptocurrencies including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance were down significantly. Bitcoin broke its 20,000 levels and is now trading at 19,420. As we can see here, almost every cryptocurrencies were trading in the negative territory. Only Luna was up after being plummeted to zero, so that doesn't make any sense. The entire crypto market was down heavily. If we look at the chart of Bitcoin as well, Bitcoin was rejected at the resistance level of 21,000 and it came plummeting down to 19,800. It could not hold its support at 19,800. It achieved the low of 18,600 and now trading at 19,800 again, where it is trying to break up the support at 19,800. For now, it can be told that Bitcoin is at consolidating levels, but looking at this volume data where the buying volume is not that great and Bitcoin's short-term outlook looks bearish. However, it's interesting to note that at these levels of 19,000, there was a strong buying volume that we can see here. We cannot specifically tell from where this volume is coming from, but I may have an answer to that. El Salvador purchases 80 additional Bitcoin in 19,000 levels. The president of El Salvador tweeted that Bitcoin is future, thank you for selling cheap. They put out a tweet saying that they bought 80 Bitcoin today at $19,000 each. Last Bitcoin purchase that El Salvador did was in May, where they bought 500 coins. Till now, they have acquired 2,301 coins at $103 million, and their portfolio is currently worth just $46 million, which is approx 50% down in portfolio size. Well, after Grayscale's spot Bitcoin ETF was rejected and it hasn't been even 24 hours from that, VanEck filed a new application for spot Bitcoin ETF. It's interesting to note that even VanEck's spot Bitcoin ETF was rejected 8 months before by SEC. Well, even after SEC's clear stand yesterday about what it thinks about spot Bitcoin ETFs, I feel these people are thinking that if they just spam SEC with a lot of applications, maybe they will change their mind a bit someday. Well, I guess any news that's coming about Bitcoin mining these days is a negative news by default. New York environmental regulators just denied Greenwich's power plant permit, which was a Bitcoin mining operator. This had a lot to do with their use of fossil fuels to power their Bitcoin mining operation. The regulators said that the application was inconsistent with the climate goals that were laid out by the states, which aims to reduce their greenhouse emissions by at least 85% by 2050. The US President's Working Group on Financial Market discussed issues that will be addressed by stablecoin legislation in a meeting Thursday. The US government could pass their stablecoin regulation by the end of this year. The President's Working Group on Financial Markets met on Thursday to regulate the stablecoin sector, including the algorithmic stablecoins. The legislative package, which is yet to be finalized, would define stablecoins for the purpose of US regulation, how they are going to be used, and they'll also preserve the existing regulatory authority over the sector. And at the same time, EU has agreed on a crypto authorization law. The European Commission said that those who are in the crypto space and are thinking of being innovative and starting their new ventures will now have to do in a way that sits within the European Union's regulations rather than in the Wild West. Well, all these recent developments are hinting that all these crypto projects, which are truly globalized today, now will have to adhere to the country-specific regulations going forward. And managing all these regulations country by country is going to be a hefty affair in themselves, and the financial freedom and the true decentralization that these projects are aiming for may become a little difficult to achieve. The lawmaker tweeted that the deal would include a cap on large stablecoins that become widely used as a means of payment, meaning that they can't exceed 200 million euros of transactions per day. This will largely dent the potential and the scope of stablecoins that go into billions of dollars, because a limit on the trading value of each stablecoin will ultimately go on to limit the use of the stablecoins. FTX is now in news for all the good reasons. It just provided a credit facility to BlockFi of $250 million, pulling it out of a possible bankruptcy, and now FTX is close to buying BlockFi. And guess the price, it's just $25 million for a lending platform which is handling billions of dollars of assets. FTX is close to buying it for just $25 million. The competitor of BlockFi, which was Celsius, which failed miserably, FTX was in talks to acquire Celsius as well. However, as per this article, seeing the state of their finances, FTX could not think of a way to handle that company. Celsius had a $2 billion hole in its balance sheet, and so basically anybody who takes the fires of Celsius into their hands, they would have to sell out $2 billion to fill that hole. And it turns out FTX didn't really have the capability to do that. Guess what? You need someone big, just like maybe Goldman Sachs, who could have done this. Guess what? Goldman Sachs was the only investor group who was ready to buy Celsius assets. And take a wild guess, what valuation did they offer Celsius? $2 billion. Yes. Well, it's just like they didn't even bother to do a valuation. They just looked at the balance sheet. Okay, this is the $2 billion that you are madly after. I'm going to give it. You just give the company to me. And in scam news, as CFTC charges South African Bitcoin club mirror trading with $1.7 billion fraud. Well, I am going to save you the details. This was basically a pyramid scheme, a multi-level marketing scheme which misappropriated all the bitcoins it amassed. The victims believed that they were investing in a high-tech investment club where they were growing their bitcoin. They were getting some 10% return on their investment as passive income, and turns out they were being lied to all the time. This Steinbach, who made all this marketing gimmick, himself was an international fugitive who was already detained in Brazil for Interpol warrant. I would like to appeal to everyone who is putting their money into these crypto projects which are unknown and do not have any financial basis. Everyone should do a basic due diligence or a basic research about any project where they are putting the hard-earned money in. Do not believe in other people pumping the schemes for their own personal benefit. We are going to do a minimum research guide where we will help you with research tools which you can use in order to analyze, evaluate these crypto projects. And let's look at another scam coin, OneCoin. The founder, Ruja Ignatova, who is now in the most wanted list of FBI. A $4 billion worth of Ponzi fraud, where she also did the same pyramid scheme. However, this time this coin was not even based on blockchain. Basically, she created a automatic software coin and tricked people into believing that this is a blockchain based project, and she sold these coins for $4 billion. There were people who were ready to shell out $4 billion into a project that didn't have any basis. People didn't even bother to go and look into the public database to look for transaction traces of blockchain. In the end, what this channel is all about. This is about helping you people to really understand what's going on. I firmly believe that you should never invest in things that you do not understand. But we want to take advantage of this new revolutionized technology that is helping the world around. And if you want to invest in it, you have to first invest in your knowledge and education. And once you are done with that, then you can make an independent decision of how you are going to invest your capital and your actions in this technology. So I would encourage everyone to spend their time, to invest their time into understanding this technology, how people are making money, how people are losing money, and also spread this awareness to people who they really care about. In other news, amid the NFT boom in Solana platform, Nansen Technologies have added to its toolkit a non-fungible token analytics. Basically, this is an analytics feature which will include trade volumes, wallet analysis, and minting dashboards that will be sourced from networks to most popular marketplaces, Magic Eden and OpenSea. This will help buyers and the customers of the NFT markets to gain more valuable insight into a specific NFT, whether the NFT is of quality, whether the NFT has a potential and has the right price. Now let's look at this article which talks about the revolutionizing effects blockchain technology can have in the payroll industry. Well, it's important to see that this is a $62 billion worth of industry which has been mostly manualized through wired up letters, through bank confirmations, for signatures from the CFOs and lengthy processes. And with blockchain technology, this industry is set to be disrupted. With Web3 now payment processing, the ability to instantly settle transactions by potentially cutting out lending costs to almost zero. Out of the many benefits that this Web3 based payroll system will provide, one is that it will stream out payments so that the workers are accruing their earnings in real time. A faster and cheaper cross-border payments and ease of integration with investment and benefit products. The interoperability between various DeFi platforms will also help. So that's it for today's guys. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe and like the video and share it